Hey Twitch, welcome back to another session of Adventure Beginners. We are back here with our D&D
And
adventure.
we're totally not muted.
And we're not
Totally
muted
not
this time. On Mondays, and it is session 83 today. Getting up there. Almost to the big 100. Yeah, I don't know. We didn't play last week because a few of us were playing some in-person D&D.
Oh, yeah.
Was that last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Last weekend.
oh.
We
Like that was
had
longer.
Yeah,
we had breakfast exactly a week ago today.
that's right.
Oh.
Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
In case you didn't know or you don't follow us on Twitter or whatever,
Whatever.
Travis and I flew over to DC to visit our other two members of the party, Jimmy and Allison, and we had a grand time checking out the Capitol stuff and playing some in-person D&D, eating lots of good
Way
food.
too much.
Lots
Way
of
too
beer.
much.
Too much.
Good food.
And I'm not gonna lie. I saw a golden retriever while we were walking around, and I instantly thought of Josh. I'm like, oh, he's not here.
A golden retriever?
Oh. Yeah, Luna.
Oh,
She's a goldie.
wow. I didn't even
Technically,
think
she's
about
a
that.
Labrador,
Okay.
not a Retriever. There's
Damn
a
it!
different.
Whatever.
So you just had
I
a
saw
weird
yellow
brain-
dog.
Yellow dog.
Damn it!
It's a dog. I've thought about Josh.
That's why I was super
Don't
confused.
read for any meaning behind that. Don't just. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to get out to DC. I know
Wisconsin?
well, yes, because Wisconsin was very cold, and DC was super warm for one day.
Yeah, it was kind of chilly though. Otherwise, but
It was funny. It went from like 80 to 50, and that was interesting.
That one day was pretty crazy,
Hmm.
but for the most part, like pretty. I mean, it had a little wind, but it was pretty good weather, except for that being stranded out by the train station being in the super wind, and then our Uber driver canceled on us.
oh, that's
Oh
awkward.
yeah,
Oh, that's
that
right, you
was
told me about that.
that was fun.
Wait, can you cancel it, please?
Yeah, he calls and asks you to cancel. That's awesome. It's like, no, I
You
don't
should have
wanna run
reported
there and
him.
kick
I would
your
have
asses.
reported him to Uber.
You can't.
Yeah,
I
screenshots.
couldn't report him because
Because you canceled.
Because like it never accepted or whatever. I think that's
Yeah.
how he got around it. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Do you want to do a little catch up from that, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't do
mean,
anything since then, really.
Yeah, I think you've hit. We went out to visit. We did a White House tour, so that was
Yeah.
pretty sweet. So Kevin and I got to see where the president lives ostensibly, and yeah, I mean after that we caught a Nats game with Jimmy, and that was really cool.
I got
To
sunburned.
meet his. Yeah, you actually got sunburned at the game.
Yeah, like
That's so.
everything up to that, I was fine, but the game fried my forehead. It's not.
I
you can't really
actually-
see it. I put liberal.
It's not that weird. I went to a game Sunday? Yesterday. So yeah. And it was like 50 degrees and windy. It was real cold, but I was totally sunburned all the way through. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, sunshine, daylight.
Well,
Ugh.
coming from Seattle, there's
Nerds
No
don't
sun.
like going outside.
The light, it burns.
We're all secretly drow. I mean, that's how it goes.
Well, I mean, I'm ginger. I'm practically Andrew.
You're like the albino drow. Like the skin and hair color aren't the same, but it's pretty much the same effect with sunlight. But yeah, took in a Nats game and then played some D&D in person. Got our
got
Ravenloft on. That was pretty fun.
it was good.
Allison,
Allison did a
how
great
did-
job. Thumbs
yeah.
up.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was
Until
a
I got
blast.
really drunk, and then I kept forgetting what you guys were doing, and was like,
by the end, we were like
At that
near the
point,
very
we were all-
end, and I was like, guys, it's like 1:30 and we're all drunk. We should probably just stop now. Or at least I was, and Allison
I
too.
would have kept drinking.
Yeah.
I couldn't even like keep up what was happening, and it was just my voice was hurting from yelling over all the people because
Yeah,
it's just like
Yeah.
That was
my
a
normal
fun place,
speaking
but it
voice
was loud.
project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, we got to play like almost 6 hours of D&D. So
It was a long
It was
time.
good.
It was like
maybe it was 6 hours.
7:30 to
And good green
One.
food.
Yeah.
so much
but
great food.
was a great time, and then lots of food. Oh my god, all the food. But
Alrighty, but yeah. Otherwise, what have you guys been up to? Any quick updates?
Ugh,
Nope.
Back to work. Ugh.
I took it easy this
I
weekend.
go to Vegas
You
this
kidding?
weekend.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Little LCS action.
Yes.
Nice.
After Immortals tilted so hard that they threw in TSM 130. But you know.
Was
that's
that
like-
was that
Oh.
that was that gif of them hiding in a bush or something? I saw a gif from League where like the whole team flashed into a bush and their team thought they flashed over the wall, and so they went all over the wall instead and they missed them.
Probably not because it was just like
I hope it
a
didn't
shit
spoil it.
show.
I hope it didn't spoil anything. 'Cause I don't watch
No,
LCS.
Probably
but-
not. But it's
okay.
like the team that went, what were they, 13-1 or 12-1, whatever it was. They like basically threw and won 0 games.
Oof.
And it's like, how did you guys suck so bad? You went from being like the top team through the whole season to
Right. Are you talking about Immortals?
yeah, Immortals. Just like they
Yeah.
threw, like they weren't doing any of the meta picks. They weren't making like any team comps that made any sense. It was just awful. Like
Yeah.
they
Well,
threw
that
it so
sucks.
hard.
It
One
was
one bad
bad.
game, that sucks.
It was
No,
3
it
bad
wasn't one
games in a
bad
row.
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
3 bad games.
It's weird. You
A
wouldn't
bad
think
day.
they'd go away from what got them there.
Yeah. So it was real bad, and I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna take a nap now because I'm angry and I'm tilted IRL.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
That's actually-
IRL tilt.
That's actually why I was a little bit late today, was because I finally got the baby to sleep at like 7 or 6:45 and held him and took a nap on the couch. And so I
Baby
was
O.
like waking up and yeah.
I thought you were
But the,
saying
nap,
By the way-
the point is like exasperating times and then a nap it's a good call.
It feels good.
I
that
thought you were
was
gonna
the
say the
connection.
baby tilted you or something.
Yeah. Like,
The
where
baby
is he
tilt.
going
That
with this?
That happens.
I can confirm Tristan, super cute in person.
Mm.
He is.
I can confirm,
enormous.
but no one believed me because I forgot to get a picture.
I realized, like, Jimmy, don't say anything, but I realized I didn't get a picture with Audrey. I feel fucking terrible about that.
Doesn't exist.
She doesn't
No, like-
exist.
No,
I adopted a child.
Yeah.
adopted,
Yeah, that-
stole, you know.
Yeah. Picture it didn't happen. Picture it didn't happen.
I know, right? But no, it was
It was a blast.
yeah, it was so fun, which is why this last weekend I did literally nothing. I did like 2 things of laundry, and I'm like, I'm just gonna sit around and play video games and not do
Well,
anything.
that's good. It's time to go take a nap.
Yep. It's like, oh man, it's been an easy day. Better lie down on the couch for a while, not strain myself.
Sounds great.
But
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
I was gonna say I've got a busy month coming up. Running around, my sister's gonna be in a marathon, so gotta go cheer her on because she's one of those fucking crazy idiots that does that kind of thing.
Ugh, I know.
Yeah.
Who are those
But-
people? Jesus.
Ugh. Yeah. But
Healthy, you know,
yeah, eating right, exercising. It's like, come
driven,
on.
motivated, like
Going out in
I-
the sun.
Those people.
I know, right? Like the key to a long, healthy life is staying in, playing D&D, and drinking delicious beer.
Mm.
I thought about having a beer, but
I
I ended
can
up
confirm.
having Arizona tea
I
instead.
can confirm.
I mean, I can't confirm about the beer part, but everything else is pretty okay.
Josh is more of like just a straight whiskey guy.
Yeah.
By the way,
actually,
is that
pretty much.
is that a skunk on your shirt?
Oh yeah, it's a funny
It's a
shirt that
blushing
says I
stick.
didn't do it.
Oh.
I get it.
Josh, what have you been
So,
up
yeah-
to?
So it wasn't me. Real life sucks. It's only dentists. Enough said.
Yeah, I know that feel. Teeth are
Mhm.
Yeah.
stupid.
I mean, I had the little kiddies over the last week, but yeah, I just wasn't in the mood after going to the dentist on the same day they got here. So
Mm.
No one likes a dentist, except for maybe dentists.
no.
See,
I was,
I
in,
always
I was in the
They're
chair
like,
for
"I
almost
floss."
an hour and a half.
And we're like, no one flosses, except for dentists. Probably not even dentists.
I occasionally floss.
Yeah, it's like a once a month thing. It's like, oh, I
Yeah.
got stuck in my teeth. I guess I should floss for once. But otherwise, most don't. Most don't.
Yeah. But yeah, anything anything else new or exciting, Josh?
Let's see. Work didn't screw me over for once. Hooray for me.
Yeah, that's right. Does your boss come back from maternity leave?
Oh no, my boss isn't on maternity leave. It's the boss's daughter that works there as well.
Okay.
And that's happening like I think this week or next week or something. She's already doing part-time now, so. But no, it's the hours shifted basically because of that, and well, you know, I'm here today, so I didn't get screwed.
Yay.
Yes. Well,
There's
So
excellent.
I just lost yesterday and had to drop out of the only Pendragon campaign I could find.
Hmm.
I like that would be a cool
Yeah.
game to play, I think, but
It would
How about-
be. It's,
How about that
You need-
Star Wars
you need-
game?
Fantasy Flight Games? Yeah, that's a great one too.
no. Have you been watching the new role play?
I
The
did.
Star
I
Wars?
just watched the first
That's
episode.
Fantasy Flight Games, yeah.
Yeah. But Josh, have you watched their session?
I've seen like the first little bit of the first episode where they're trying to and introduce their characters, and then it takes them so long they just quit out of it temporarily.
Dude, it is.
It's like, just
So-
talk about your damn freaking character. Stop taking like half an hour for one character.
I know, right? But I would recommend sticking with it to the end of the first episode, and I think you'll be hooked.
I mean, I'm
That's
I'm
all.
a big fan of Fantasy Flight Games, so I'll probably end up watching it. But it is a good system. I wouldn't mind that one either. Just don't play a Jedi. They're fucking like basically paladins. It sucks. It ruins the game.
Oh, I know that
Unless,
I'm going to be making a paladin next.
see, a paladin in 5e is okay because you don't have to be goody two shoes.
Yeah, you can
That's
be
true.
evil stabby
That's
two
true.
shoes.
Yes, yes. Wow.
Totally. But yeah,
I will be
like
evil stabby douches.
anything new with anyone else?
Vegas, that's it.
Yes. Cool. Well,
Cool.
I think we can probably dive in then, huh?
Travis, take us away. I know you had some stuff you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so one of the first things that I wanted to go over real quick, and I just found this online, but I linked a Pathfinder like combat flowchart, because I know this was something where we had some confusion last time. So kind of the idea of what can you do within your action, what actions can I take with my turn. So there's a kind of a quick reference there. I mean, the best description is probably you can either use a full round action, which some things like making a full attack or doing certain maneuvers or disengaging will take your full round action. Whereas other things can be split up into move action or a standard action. So I just encourage everyone to check out what their maneuvers and various abilities do, and kind of how that works within your turn. And then one thing I wanted to propose, and I'm guessing I'll probably get very few complaints about this, is one thing that 5e does that 3.5 specifically doesn't is it allows you to split your movement. So if you
Oh,
want,
shit.
you can move 10 feet and do an attack and then move your remaining 20 feet or whatever. And I have no idea why 3.5 doesn't let you do it. I think it's stupid, and it kind of pigeonholes us, and I would propose we do it the 5e way.
Okay. I'm happy to do it the 5e way, Travis, though I can tell you why 3.5 does it that way, though.
You can
Just
tell
for, yeah, there's a feat that basically allows you to do it the 5e way. That's the
Okay,
reason.
well, everyone gets that feat for free. Boom.
Woo!
Yeah, it's, I think it's run by
Easy.
attack or run something
Easy.
attack.
Yeah, so something. Well, I think run by attack. The main purpose of the feat is to not provoke attacks of opportunity. But either way, this is, I think, a change that should hopefully make things a little smoother. Keep in mind that that there is like a thing called a 5-foot step here. I'm gonna try and move us sort of away from grid combat and keep it a little more theater of the mind, so that hopefully I can just kind of fucking hand wave that shit. Like, am I close enough to hit it? Yes. Like, I don't want us to be measuring squares. So that's my proposal. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll make things a little smoother. We can.
But the move away from grid combat, I mean, we've already kind of been doing, so I'm fine with that continuing.
I mean, we use, like, a grid
it's working
once in a
well.
while.
Yeah, I think a grid for like major encounters, maybe ones you've planned, but I'm fine with getting rid of any of all of them if it makes sense for you. It's fine with me.
Okay. Awesome. Then that is what we're gonna do. So, cool. In that case, I think we pick up where we last left off. So our intrepid adventurers are looking a bit battered and bruised. You guys had,
Understatement.
you guys had just finished up a fight with a familiar face. Once again, your favorite gnome had put in an appearance, and at this point, he seemed to take for granted that you weren't going to just turn over the money he seems to think you owe him, and initiated a little bit of combat. So he had a pair of his Minotaur bodyguards, which you guys have seen these guys before, big, black-furred Minotaurs, very well armed and armored, ended up coming out of invisibility and ambushing your group. And at the same time, the gnome riding a giant vulture managed to get the drop on Caben in more ways than one. Well, one thing.
Pretty
he
sure we
did
wrecked
drop-
him, Travis.
I'm more pointing out the fact that he dropped an associate of your guys.
Oh.
The-
Oh yeah, that guy. Whatever.
Associate of Durians.
Yeah.
So
Who? I don't
He lived
remember.
a long life.
Joffrey.
His name was
So, yeah.
Joffrey. He deserved to fall.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
so a few weeks prior to getting into the Spellscarred Plains, you guys had picked up a follower. Joffrey had agreed to accompany Durian as kind of his I guess personal bartender maybe is the best description.
Yeah, he was my first retainer
Yeah,
as a lord.
yeah, and that didn't go too well for
Not a
old
good track
Joffrey.
record.
It's
So
alright. He
you-
was a drunk and not very good with his wives.
Yeah, so
Kind of like me.
he ended up having a bit of a fall, and
Okay.
yeah, no one endeavored to
Large
catch
bit.
him, so he hit the ground after about 200 feet and is quite dead.
Splat.
It's quite
I
dead
mean,
quite
like
after a 200-foot fall.
we could use like a true resurrection spell and make him not dead if he wants to come back.
Nah, Buck, we're okay with
that.
yeah, but let's not.
Yeah, so
Our next quest is finding someone who can even cast that.
Yeah, huh?
good luck. So yeah, you guys had just finished up your battle and were having a spirited discussion while you head back to the next town. So I think you guys were on the road between holy shit, I can't read that at all. Rinseer's Stand and Oryx Hold. And I think you were heading back to the hold. Do you remember why you guys were going there?
Yeah, so turn Buck back into Fawn.
Mhm.
Yeah, we turned in some materials at
In Hoxie.
in Hoxie, and then we have other materials to return. In particular, the flowers that are going to help us turn
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 me into me.
Buck back to Fawn.
Yeah.
Oxy, Winseer's Stand is where we turn in the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Along the road behind you guys. So yes, do you remember who you were doing that mission for all those many moons ago?
Yeah.
Well, that notebook's gone.
I got a notebook.
It's
I got a
actually maybe
notebook. See if I got
I'm
it.
doing it for Edwin.
I'm pretty sure I
Edwin.
made an. Is that right?
Yes.
His name's
Oh, I
Edwin.
found it. I
I'm
found
not
my
even gonna
notebook.
try. I'm not even going to try and say his title because I'll never pronounce that properly, but his name is Edwin.
Yeah, does it begin with an R or an S?
Ross.
No,
Rossifor.
Rossifor is the title.
With Gloria.
Starts with an S.
Yes. Stavrofor.
Stavrofor. There you go.
Stavrofor.
No, yeah,
Which are
I have,
actually real life titles.
Hey, I found the notes that says Joffrey's run the party.
Yeah,
Joffrey has left the party.
Yeah, I'm going to add those to the notes right now.
So cool. Yeah, you guys were heading back to Oryx Hold. You were maybe a day and a half out yet. And I would like to hear what you guys are doing along the road.
Travis,
Yes.
back in session 70, has it been 3 in-game weeks since session 72, which is 10 sessions ago?
It has been more than that.
Okay, can I roll for Hedwig's tricks to be learned?
Sure. So what the fuck were you trying to teach her? Because I did
Yeah,
not
it's
have
been
that
so
written down.
long.
Liberator, some kind of bundled tricks.
Sure. So D20 PFSRD. Sure. So let me
Jeez,
find...
Travis, you don't have that tab pinned? Gosh, what a jerk.
Yeah, so you are trying to teach her Liberator.
Who's a separate...
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
so an
here it
animal
is.
trained
Yeah.
in liberating knows the break out, flee, and get help tricks. So
We can
awesome.
Still have her? Like
Oh,
Hedwig
yeah,
is.
I do.
You sure she didn't fall from a 200-foot height and asleep or whatever?
What is my handle animal? Okay.
Yeah, so give me a handle animal check.
Don't I get like a bonus because she's my pet?
I think you do. I think you get a +4 to that.
+4? Okay. I'll take a +4. What do I need? 25?
Yes, sir.
Boom!
Hey.
There we go.
So I think over the long weeks that you were traveling the plains, your loyal pet Hedwig had been flying along, eating mice and voles and various things she could catch around the area, and yeah, you've taught her how to do those tricks. So do you know what those can do for you? The tricks themselves. Tell you what,
so Breakout, I've read them before. Breakout is like she can try to bite through ropes while I'm tied up. If it was something bigger, a cage, but I don't think an owl can do that.
Yeah.
Get help, I can designate people or tell her hey, go to this place you're familiar with and get help for me. Or a person, if she knows where they are.
Yeah. So you can designate a number of creatures up to the animal's intelligence score as help. So, I think Hedwig's probably not that smart.
No, she's a 2
But-
int.
She's a 2 int. Okay, cool. So I guess out of the 3 people you got around you, who do you designate as help?
Just Durian.
Just Durian.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I did with the other ones I had.
All right. Nice. And then the last one, what does that one do? Flee? Was
Flee?
it? No, what was the last one? Yeah, it was Flee.
Flee.
So,
Yeah.
Flee. Get the hell away.
Yeah.
Keep out of danger.
She can
Cool.
run away or hide.
Awesome. So yeah, you're probably finishing up some of Hedwig's training, right? Testing out her new instructions and making sure she understands. Cool. What are the rest of you doing?
Probably whining about how hurt I am.
Yeah, no. That day after our
'Cause you
fight,
guys are
since,
pretty beat up.
I lost count how many axes I took to the head or to the
Okay.
body.
2. Okay, so I gained 14 HP the first day.
Well, that's right. I never got.
Unless something's coming up before Oryx Hold, I heal the party up, Travis.
Okay.
Or rather, do you want me to count it out per day?
Yeah, because I don't think you have quite enough healing to necessarily are you just gonna burn spells? Because you're gonna have to use pretty much everything to get people up and
Yeah,
running.
so I'm full after our battle, and I still have 2 more, I think is the right number. And that'll go to Josh,
Nina?
to Nina.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me just make sure I'm right. Okay, and then for Nina, you hopefully get the better rolls.
I
20.
guess she does. Nice.
20 total, and that's it for me on healing on after our battle.
Okay.
After battle spell condition.
So you're helping heal up Nina. I guess, are you doing anything else? Talking with her about anything, or anything of that nature?
Talking with
Not doing anything
Nina?
special.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in the end we consented to wait and tie up the equipment to our limited horses because Nina was pretty adamant about it. So I think we probably spend the rest of the day getting stuff ready to head out, so we don't make much more progress that day.
Okay, so you guys are like grabbing the armor that you had.
Yeah, as much as I don't think it was settled last time, and I think in the end because it wasn't that we. Characters debated about it for a while and said, well, we're just losing daylight. Why don't we tie it up and camp here or near here for the night and then fresh start in the morning kind of thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can probably like fit one set of armor on the horse if you're if you like basically tie it kind of to your saddlebags and to your back, or you can fit both sets of armor, but like you won't be riding the horse, right? You'll have to walk it along.
Yeah, because we're sharing a horse.
Yeah. So I guess one of you is going to be walking anyways. So
Yeah.
do you just want to grab it all?
Yeah, I mean, if it's already, I guess we could grab it all, and 2 of us. If one of us is walking, 2 of us may as well walk.
Sure.
Yeah, and then it can go into getting us another horse. So
There you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, write it down on your character sheet, and we'll.
Yeah, put
Go
it on yours,
along.
Josh.
I'll just put it in my notes. Hold on. Armor from Black Minnows.
Black Minnows.
It's this big. But yeah, I guess Fawn. While they're packing up and healing wounds, are you doing anything in particular?
Nope.
Kind of keeping
I can't write, and I'm a warrior. I mean, I would maybe think about that Skylance I saw a long time ago. Kind of like dreaming about that. Like, man, I don't really care very much for money, but I really want to buy that from Llewellyn one day.
We ever see him again.
I was going through my old notes and I saw that and I forgot about it for a while. That was from session 56, by the way, which was
Holy shit.
January 5th. And my notes are, go to see Llewellyn. Second one, all in caps, want Skylance with 5 exclamation points.
nice.
So I wanted that for a while.
Okay.
But otherwise, nothing too exciting. Maybe thinking about, life back at home when I was normal again. Yeah. Otherwise, no.
Implying that being male is not normal. I see how it is.
I mean, not for me.
Feminist agenda.
Not when you're usually a female.
This is true.
We're treading on bad ground. We stop there. Why is my camera correct now? I keep looking at myself and being like, what? Ugh. Anyway.
It's
Not
awesome.
backward.
Anyway.
So yeah, so you're kind of drooling over the idea of magical gear while also lamenting not being a woman yet. Okay, cool.
Sigh.
Lesai.
Just a little bit longer.
Yeah. All right. So cool. Yeah. Why don't you guys, Kevin? Why don't you give me a D100?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys pass an uneventful night, and wake up the next morning and start heading toward Oryx Hold.
Cool.
So I think late in the day.
Oh, wait, before you do that,
Yes.
who needs healing still? So in the morning, first thing.
I've made you guys so paranoid, haven't I?
It's just
You
me.
have.
I was the only one who was actually hurt besides you and then encounter.
No, I
Lots
don't
of
think
it.
so. So
I mean, that's what the tokens say.
no, the token. So I'm full now. Let me do that.
Yeah, please update those.
I will. There. That's what you get for the morning. Just in
Nice.
case.
I didn't take any damage, so I'm good.
You shut up. You shut your face.
I didn't say anything though the entire time because I was like, Travis is gonna target me if I say something.
High
No, he probably
five.
still is anyways.
You
But
fall in a
damage.
hole, a 200-foot hole.
Shut up.
You bounce the
You-
whole way down.
You die. Yeah, we're not gonna roll. You just die.
Okay.
Rude.
So, yeah,
I
you-
quit.
You guys make your way towards Oryx Hold. And as you guys get closer, so you guys have been through here before on your way into the country. It's like the first city that you'll meet along the main road coming out of CN. And last time you guys were there, you saw the telltale signs of a pretty big refugee population, right? Tents
Mhm.
spread all over, crude encampments outside the city. And I think you guys even spent some time, various ones of you, sort of helping people out, right? Doing healing stuff or,
I dropped
What?
a lot of money to the temples. That's what I remember.
Yeah, you made a donation in the name of Sir Durian Burr of wherever. of
Someplace far away.
Of,
yeah,
of whatever the name
Titan's
was.
Hill, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So as you guys roll
Dude, that has a
up
good ring to it. Sir Durian Burr of Titans
Hill,
Hill. Mm.
there you go. So yeah, as
Durian,
you
Durian
guys-
spends the morning smiling and just sort of like brushing off his imaginary coat as he remembers these things.
So let's make a roll to see if you're brushing off any of that fur you still have. Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Give
shit.
me a fortitude save.
Suddenly he realizes his hair is falling out. He's like, oh god, oh god.
That's what I want right now. I want my hair to fall out.
Brushing it off, shaving, potato.
Jesus, I keep rolling so 10.
Yes. So you retain a toothy muzzle, whiskers, a tail, and gray fur.
You look weird.
Yeah, it does not seem to be abating as quickly as you'd hope.
I don't know how you stood being gender swapped this whole time because just having this fur, knowing that I just had to pass the save, it's infuriating. All right. Anyway,
Who knows? Maybe enough failed saves and it's permanent. We'll see.
I put the picture up on stream to remind everyone which looked like Jimmy again.
thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are walking toward the city, and you see that the kind of like crude camps and areas outside the city seems to have tripled in the time since you've been through here. There's just people all over the place. There are quite a few guards. You can see in the distance people walking around with spears, and it looks from where you are to be quite the mass of people that you're going to be going into. So I guess do you guys want to do any preparations before then?
I clutch my purse, stuff it in my pants.
You put the coin purse by the coin purse? Nice.
Yes, basically.
I fly over all the plebs.
Okay.
I fly
Nina?
over the plebs. Nina, how
Well,
are
how
you
about my
entering?
units?
Nina, any
Uh,
preparations?
Yeah, I am putting my money like in the inside of my armor where no one can get to it.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Like, strapped
now
into inside
you're
my
now
armor.
completely drow themed armor after your red paint job got acided away.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not in the Elven Kingdom, so I don't really care if it's black now.
Yeah. And Durian, I guess. Any preparations?
Yeah, tail in my cloak, just
What about your face?
head. Oh, I I guess.
Yeah, you've got a muzzle and whiskers, buddy.
Yeah,
and fur.
when we're kind of at the outskirts of the large encampment, I cast Alter Self to myself
Okay.
again.
Yeah, so you cast it and you get that wonderful relieving feeling of all that itchy fur sinking back into your skin and the toothy muzzle sort of retracting into your face. Your tail like sucks back in, melds with your leg. I don't know. Whatever is kind of
Becomes
creepy.
my penis.
Oh boy.
It certainly does not.
Uh,
But yeah, you get back to normal shape,
And
at least for a time.
guys, remember, discreet conversations. In fact, leave all conversations to me about what we're trying to do for Buck and what we're trying to do for myself. We don't want to spook anybody for an illness outbreak.
Don't mention what is happening to yourself. Period.
Yes. Period.
No, I mean, you shouldn't mention it to anyone else, either.
We could just say that, he's a bard, and bards are special folk.
I look
Wait.
fine now. Stop it, Nina. I will be the judge of who to mention it to. We're owed favors after the task we've done with.
Yes,
Perhaps they could cure me too. We did get a bunch of flowers.
what's his name said that it will go, as long as you're not in the plains, it will go away on its own. Playgore.
I understand. Nina, I need to get better. I will use discretion, and I'm clearly the best talker here. I will be discreet. Do not worry. Do not fear for me.
I'm not fearing for you, I just don't want to get quarantined. Which is what apparently almost happened last time.
Well, it'll just be Dorian, and Alice in IRL thinks back to the time where Dorian was separated and thrown in jail, but that was with Amber.
That was a long time ago. A long time ago. Before I was a lord.
Yeah, so you guys start rolling up, and
And then we hear
Crikey.
Australian accents.
a fucking Roo called in the house again,
sorry,
Josh.
it's flea type of time in the household, so ignore that.
It's what time?
They're
They
doing
got all the spiders.
flea medicine to all the dogs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure, to the dogs.
Yes, to the dog.
Sorry, Josh. So yeah, you guys start rolling up. And you immediately notice that unlike last time where people like came forward and were asking for money and begging from you, that's not exactly what happens. Almost immediately as you're riding in, a group of like 3 or 4 soldiers starts coming towards you. And
I hold our party.
who goes there?
It is I, Sir Durian of Titan's Hill, returned on an errand for the... I look back at Caven.
Who's that guy again?
I'm above. I'm up in the sky.
Oh,
Yeah,
I look over at Nina.
That would be Mr. Edwin. Staffer Edwin.
For Staffer Edmund. Stavrofor, excuse me. It's dry on the road, my throat.
For the Stavrofor,
I...
he kind of talks with one of his companions. We didn't have any reports of anyone coming in. Is he expecting you?
It's been a long time since we got out, and I imagine we were considered lost. We were gathering medical materials on the scarred plains for the past 6 weeks or so.
The plains, and he like the whole group kind of immediately starts talking. Says, you'll have to come with us, sir.
I...
Okay, and yeah, I guess you're on foot. So yeah, they start leading you in. Is that with you?
That's the Pegasus with Caben, one of our members. Perhaps you remember hearing tales of the Pegasus come to town 6 weeks ago. That was us.
Honestly, sir, there's a lot that's been happening around. A lot of
Other
weird,
Pegasi, then. It's fascinating.
a lot of weird people with weird stuff coming through. We'll have to clear you with security before we let you in the city. I assume you would have money to pay for lodgings. They're
Yes.
quite tight right now.
Of course. Most importantly, we request a meeting to complete our mission.
We'll send a runner to the Stavrofor. If he's expecting you, we'll let you in, of course.
Yes, Sir Durian and company. If lodging is tight, we do not want to put those in need out. We merely wish to complete our duties.
There's a difference between those who need lodging and those who can afford it.
Well, we can afford it, but perhaps still would be better served for others.
You said weird things. Define weird.
All kinds of refugees coming through here. Strange folks that I haven't seen before.
What kind of strange folk?
Dwarves? Elves?
Yes, on both accounts. Few gnomes. I don't
From the
know.
south.
I actually heard
Yes.
Travis when he says the word gnomes, say one that looks like this, and then I just grab that little shitty gnome to the best of my ability.
Look, miss, I don't know. That tons of people come through here every day. Everyone seems to be heading north or trying to settle around here. Too many for me to try and remember everyone's face.
Fair enough.
Very well, we'll go check in with security, right? And you'll send
Yeah.
our message?
Yeah, so he leads you along the way. What kind of a check would this be? I wish there were a luck check or something.
Charisma?
Yeah, Durian, why don't you just give me a charisma check?
It's close
Just-
enough to luck, I guess.
Just straight, like D20
Yeah,
plus
like
charisma
like
modifier?
I'm seeing how memorable you were to the Stavrofor.
Wow,
So it's not
that's kinda-
like persuasion wouldn't apply.
Okay. I mean, 10.
10. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you guys get back and you wait a while, and after a bit you see like a young man kind of like in a tabard of the city guard walking towards you with a young blonde woman who's in the robes of the clergy, and you recognize her. She says, Sir Durian, so good to see you again. I hope they haven't kept you waiting for long. And Durian, by the way, it's been... How long does your spell last?
I'm keeping tabs on it, but
Yeah.
it's like 90 minutes?
Yeah, like an
Uh,
hour and a half. You've probably got maybe 25 minutes left.
Okay.
Just from the walk up there, and so on and so forth. But she strides forward and holds out a hand, kind of expectantly. Do you recognize this woman? Or do you
it's-
remember who she is?
I vaguely remember meeting somebody, Travis, but out of game, I don't remember. So I guess in game, I'm.
Okay.
Does she like handshake or like offer her hand?
No, like handshake.
Yeah, I go to take it and I say, forgive me, we've seen. It's been a long time and we've seen a lot of bloodshed out on the
Yes,
plains.
we were worried you wouldn't make it back. The Stavrofor had given up on you.
But forgive me, it's very rude of me, but remind me of your name.
Miss Shoshana?
Yes, good to see
Oh.
you again.
Thank you, Nina. Forgive me. As I said, it has been trying times, and
No, I'm curious to hear how your travels went. Where did you go? I know you were heading out to the spell-scarred plains, but tell Audrey I say hi.
Travis says hi. Cool.
Mom, I'm playing video games. I can't pause it.
Mom, the meatloaf.
Yeah, I
But
say,
yeah.
we it took us perhaps 3 weeks after we set out to gather all the components the Stavrofor sent us for, but after that it was we were waylaid by terrors great and small, shall we say. A story for another time, I think.
Yes, well, I'm sure the Stavrofor is eager to hear what you have to say. Please come with me. Thank you, gentlemen. And she kind of nods at the guards, and yeah, they let you go with her.
Have I come? I would have come down if they were doing security stuff. Am I there? Am I still?
Okay, yeah, no, if you flew down, then yeah, you're
Okay.
down there.
Okay.
Good to see your winged friend again. We could all use a little bit of a symbol of love and good luck.
Isn't that the dove?
I mean,
White-
The
my
dove.
Pegasus-
Well,
White
I
winged
mean-
creatures. No.
I'm sorry, miss, but Pegasi are noble creatures and great symbols of peace and prosperity.
I
And you
kinda-
see, like,
Yeah, nudge
Swiftwind
Swiftwind is-
immediately, like, is carrying his head up high.
I asked her if she'd like to speak with him.
With who?
Wait, I thought Kevin just said he would come down if he was on screen.
Yeah, no,
she
she doesn't know
asks
what's
you
going
with
on.
who?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. And I say, with the Pegasus.
With our noble steed.
Yeah, Nina is giggling.
I'm
and-
sorry. I'm so
and
sorry. A noble Pegasus says, I did not realize you could speak, and she like goes over and bows to him and says, I am Shoshana. It's a pleasure to meet you. And she, like,
I say,
stands there
one-
expectantly.
One moment, and I kind of pull off the ring and I tell Swiftwind that what I'm doing and hand it to her. And I say, put it on.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
I sound like a horse now?
Talk like a
Yeah,
horse.
She speaks to him, and he kind of and like, they're having a conversation that none of you can understand. But after a while, she kind of bows and says, "It was a great pleasure, Swiftwind." And she takes off the ring and hands it back to you. Thank you. That was quite illuminating.
I
Oh,
would
God.
say so, and I take it back. I say, don't bother talking to my horse, though. And I put it back on.
She kind of smiles like she doesn't get the joke, but she's being polite. And yes, please come with me. I apologize for tarrying. I'm sure you're weary from the travels. And Durian, 15 minutes. So yeah, you guys start heading along the kind of the main road into the city. And
Shoshana, is there a place before we see the star before we could, if not fresh enough, at least splash some water on our faces and prepare for meeting someone so important?
Oh, well, the Stavrofor is not in the temple yet, but I've sent word for him that you've arrived. You could, of course, use the washroom at the temple. You're more than welcome.
Thank you. Keep me posted, Travis.
Yeah. So you get to the temple, and it's ticking like 7 minutes.
Got it.
Like you need to find an area soon.
Mm-hmm.
Please come in.
Could he just? Oh, sorry.
What?
Go ahead. Nothing.
I was gonna say she leads you in and says, I apologize for the cramped conditions, and you can see that there are like a good number of people that appear to be like sleeping in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a perception check, Durian. I guess you're in the lead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, been a while. I gotta collect the baby in a second, so we should take a break.
Sure, yeah, this would be a good time.
15.
So yeah, you look around, and you notice that these aren't like poor people, right? It's not like paupers and beggars that have come to the temple just for a roof over their head. A lot of these people seem to be decently dressed. Maybe merchants or some of the richer, maybe farmers or landowners. And yeah, it's not that the temple's full of poor people. It's full of people
Mhm.
that seem to be staying overnight or whatever.
Miss Shoshana, forgive me, but the washroom, is it back over that way that I see?
Oh yes. And she like signals like a young page and says, "Please take these folks back to the washroom. Give them some privacy and time to clean up." And the young boy like leads you back to a room with like a basin of water and soap and towels and things of that nature. So yeah, I think he closes or bows out, leaves the room to you guys, and you've got like 3 minutes left, just in time. So yeah, I think
plan in case bad things happen.
Yeah,
Quick,
I
throw
think,
a blanket over him.
Actually, pretty much I was gonna say hold my cloak and throw it over him.
yeah,
Well, he
and
can-
you go up to the wash basin, and it's a mimic. Roll for initiative. No, you guys get in the room, and I think that's a good breaking point.
Yep.
Cool. All right, Twitch. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna be taking a quick 5-minute break to get
A
some
little bit
drinks.
longer for that, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. We're collecting babies,
Gotta get that
so
baby.
a little bit longer. But yeah, stay tuned, and we'll be playing more in a little bit. See you soon.